Welcome back to When Dragons Art and Games. Today, well, for the last week actually, if you've been following my tweets or my Patreon or Facebook page, all will be linked below, then you'll have been getting the messages that I'm learning Blender. So this is what I've been up to for the last few days. What's going on right now on the screen is I'm exploring the menu, I'm setting up my preferences, seeing what things that I can actually adjust and what I like, and getting the work table, the work area to where I like it, where I want to have it to model with, and playing with some of the brushes. Just getting a hang of how to navigate around Blender. Now, one of the things with Blender that a lot of people criticize is that it's very heavy on shortcut keys. It's like, I don't know, it's like 60% keyboard. After using it for a week, I think it's more like 80% keyboard. It's a lot of keyboard. I learned how to model originally in 3ds Max and in Maya, and in those programs, everything you can do by shortcut key, you can access by menu. And there you saw my render that I did after I finished following a quick tutorial to familiarize myself with the menu. I actually ended up following 2 or 3 tutorials on different websites. And what I'm following now is a character design tutorial that I'm going to link below. And I have to look at really quick to remember the guy's name because I can't remember. But where did I put it over here? That's not it. Try again. Darrin Lyle. So I'll link to his tutorial below so you can see his character tutorial. And I actually got a real good hang of Blender after following his tutorial for a little while. What I'm doing here is generating a really quick character so I have a reference that I can import into Blender to model from. And I'm calling this guy Steampunk Kid. Now there's a reason I'm calling him Steampunk Kid, and if you want to follow my Patreon, I'm going to have some exclusive material on my Patreon for my patrons as I attempt to develop a mobile game. And this guy is going to be one of the characters in the mobile game. I don't think I'm going to be using the 3D model. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a simple little 2D game, but at this point I have no experience making a game like that. I don't know how to program in Java or anything that I would need to do. So at this point it's all conjecture on what that game is going to look like, but as I go through the process of learning how to make a game, I'm going to be documenting that on my Patreon. And here I am. I've just finished plain modeling, face modeling, the face of my character in 2 dimensions, just outlining it. And now I'm bringing all of those points out. You can see my right side model, my reference picture. The face doesn't quite line up. Now I lined up the feet when I imported the picture, but I didn't import that. I didn't line up the heads, and I should have taken a little more care in the design process, and I was doing it really quick on my Wacom, so I skipped a few steps, and that's why that was a little bit off. Now, what happened here is I lost my the menu on the right-hand side. The screen wouldn't show what I was what I wanted it to show, and I couldn't get it to go back, so I had to go out and look really quick for what happened, and then I found what I was looking for and got right back to modeling again. And just refining the shape. Now I'm going back and forth between a smooth finish and the polygon finish. So the polygon finish is easier to model in because you can see where the vectors actually are. And there you saw a little jump. There was a bit that I forgot to record. And here's another little jump. I had to take a break and came back the next day and started modeling the body. I pulled the whole head down, modeled the neck, and started modeling the shoulders before I took another break, and then came back and started modeling the torso. And on all 3 of those separate incidences, I forgot to press record, so I lost all of those. But again, I'm just following this tutorial that will be linked below. And this part here, I've slowed it down to 800%. I've slowed it down. It's still speeding up. Everything else you saw was at 5,000% speed so that we could get through it. My previous videos have been excessively long, and I understand some people don't really like the super long videos. But you can just see here, this is a quick process. Altogether, the learning time that I put into getting a hold of Blender, getting a hang of the menus and how to navigate around, and getting to this point of my modeled character was about 8 hours. It wasn't very long at all. And I could have spent a lot more time fiddling with the character and pulling out polygons. And I'm just making the cheeks a little more round right now. And you can see my finished character doesn't quite match my my drawing. I think my drawing was just a little too fast. There's some things I'd like to go back and do. But there you are. It's a work in progress. It's a character that's underway. It's in the process of being made. Thank you for joining me today, and come back again. And if you liked what you saw today, be sure you like and subscribe below and turn on notifications. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon. Please follow me on Patreon. With your help, I can produce more work like this. I can produce more work like the sculptures and maquets, which I plan to do again soon. And some of my paintings. I'll show you some of my paintings in an upcoming video, just so you can see what I've done. And actually, I'll make that. You know what? I'm going to make that my next video. I'm going to show you my glass paintings and how to make one for yourself. And I should probably put some of those up in a store. So we'll see how that goes. Again, thank you for joining me, and don't burn anything down while I'm gone.